Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about my experience with ruptured ovarian cyst and also a little bit about polycystic ovarian syndrome, or this is also what they call PCOS or PCOS. So this is going to be all about women's reproductive health and disorder. So if this is something that interests you, just keep on watching, but it's going to be a long video, so get a snack or wine or coffee. Also, I am sharing this video out here, my own experience, not to help you self-diagnose. I am sharing this to simply contribute to the awareness of reproductive health and disorders. If you are here and you are in pain right now, please call 911 and just exit out this video and just watch it later. So I have my coffee here and let's get started. So of course, I don't want to give you the whole story without giving you a little background about my own reproductive health. Back in 2012, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS or PCOS. But yeah, so 2012, I was so under emotional stress. I could remember that. And then I saw changes in my body. I am naturally slim, and I saw changes in my body. And I thought, what's going on? Because I was so stressed. I was like eating bad and drinking every day. Even though I go to the gym, I still kind of like gained some weight around especially my pelvis, and my face became more like rounder for some reason. So I thought I should have myself checked, figure out what's going on. So I went to the OBGYN in the Philippines and I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Polycystic ovary syndrome or polycystic ovarian syndrome is a hormonal disorder. This happens when you have little cysts in your ovaries. There's like ovaries left and right. So when the doctor, the OBGYN, checked mine, she saw, I forgot how many cysts I had, like on the right or on the left, but she saw those cysts inside my ovaries. That's what caused hormonal disorder, which is the PCOS. You will get symptoms like facial hair. Most of the time, people with PCOS have some weight problem, like overweight because of the insulin resistance. This is like pre-diabetic. So if you don't manage your symptoms or treat it, you could be diabetic. Also, of course, acne, because you have more male hormones, or sometimes you're estrogen dominant. So it's hard to explain that, but if you get what I mean, you have imbalances between the male hormones and female hormones, so you need to balance them out. You need to change your lifestyle to be able to really treat your symptoms. What I did was that I changed my lifestyle because the OBGYN just gave me two options. Either I get pregnant or plan to have babies, or I will be put on a birth control pill. I rejected both. I said no, I'm not gonna do that. So I didn't go back to my OBGYN. I just figured it out myself because I knew that I was like being bad with my diet and my lifestyle, and I was so stressed. What I did was I try to eat healthy, more fruits, more vegetables. If you have PCOS, you shouldn't be consuming so much starches, sugars, processed food. Eliminated all that. And I also took supplements like cinnamon, chromium. I even remember whenever I come visit US back then, I buy progesterone cream and rub it, in here, like my inner wrist, just so I have the progesterone also in my body. It helps a lot when I did that. And then I saw my symptoms calm down and I became me again. In a sense, my face is not that, round anymore, or I get less dysmenorrhea, like the cramps that we get every month. I used to have bad menstrual cramps. That also explained why. Yeah, so I just saw a lot of positive changes after I did all that. After a few years, I thought PCOS was all just behind me because I feel good again, I'm good. I was also the lucky one who's not overweight with PCOS, because most of the people with PCOS or PCOS are overweight because of the insulin resistance. I remember I joined a group for people who have the same hormonal disorder. It helped me realize that even underweight or people who look so healthy and lean, they are actually suffering from polycystic ovary syndrome as well. So after a few years, my symptoms had become almost non-existent. I am back eating carbs like pastas and bread, and somehow it seems like it doesn't affect me anymore. That's why I figured those times when I was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome was really because I was stressed. And stress, as we all know, is the #1 cause of diseases and illnesses, because if you're stressed, no matter how much you take care of your body, how much you exercise or work out, and even if, like, say for example, you're drinking with your friends and stuff, when you're happy, it doesn't really affect you negatively, but when you're stressed, that's when it becomes so bad. So don't forget stress. So fast forward this year, which is last month, which is July 27, I woke up with the most excruciating pain I've ever felt in my life. I remember getting up in the morning and getting ready to film the What's in My Bag vlog, which if you haven't watched that one, it's right here. Yes, I was filming in pain. I just really wanted to be productive that day, so I kind of like just shake it off and just went on my day. So I was filming that, but my whole abdomen was like in pain, most especially the lower parts and on the right side. I was so worried actually, because I thought I'm going to the hospital or the emergency, because there's no way that I am in so much pain. I've never felt that way before. After filming around 4 p.m., I remember telling my husband, this is really so painful. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I ate something bad last night or something. And he asked me if I want to go to the hospital or the emergency. I said no. I will just try to lay down and rest and just sleep it off. I went to bed early, like around just 5 p.m. I'm already laying in bed. I took 2 doses of melatonin just so it will help me fall asleep. But in the middle of the night, whenever I wake up, I couldn't stand up without using these 2 hands, because I cannot use my core because it hurts so much. So I'm always like using both hands to help me get up. Every time I'm going to manage to stand up, I would have to support with my 2 hands as well. This part, because it was so painful. I feel like there's something is gonna fall if I don't. So even going to the bathroom, it's so bad because I'm not able to move my torso, like, you know, when you're wiping yourself. I know this is too much information, but I just want to be really detailed about this experience. It was hard just even sitting, like you're sitting, and of course when you wipe yourself up, it's hard because this part right here will also stretch the whole thing, and it's really painful. That's how ridiculous that was. After that, I just went straight to bed and just slept the whole entire night. But I woke up the next morning with a headache because of the oversleeping, and I was in this like inclined position when I slept, because somehow it helps me with the pain around my torso, my abdomen. And so yeah, the next morning it was my father-in-law's birthday. They celebrated here at home, and I remember just being in bed because our bedroom is downstairs, and then they were upstairs celebrating. I couldn't even go up to celebrate with them. I was just in bed. Good thing my sister-in-law, she's a nurse practitioner, so before she left the house, she made sure to check up on me, and she kind of like asked important questions like, do you have a fever? Which I don't have. Do you have appetite? I said yes, I have the appetite. I'm always hungry. And she asked me about my pee. I said it's good. it's normal, there's no pain, there's no blood. My bowel, if I go do my thing every day, I said yes, I didn't have any problem with that. But of course we still need to observe at this point because only a day after the pain. She also did some like tappings around my abdomen. I don't know how in medical term what they call that kind of like testing. When she did some tapping like that, I didn't feel anything. I told her that it's actually around here, this part. So she said if that's where the pain is, I don't think that's appendicitis, because if it's appendicitis, it should be around your belly button, just like around the ribs, or just a little bit lower, like around here, because that's where the appendix is at. And I kind of feel relief when she said that, because if it is, then I really need to go to the emergency. I told her about my dream that night, because when I was in pain, I was like praying and asking God for signs or a message, you know. So I told her about my sister. I dreamt about my sister telling me that it is a cyst. It kind of like, I was like, oh shoot, like wow, could be cyst, because there's no way I would dream something so vivid. Knowing myself, I rely on my dreams so much because it has been my guide in this life. Sometimes I even have premonitions of stuff. It all comes in my dreams, and then all of a sudden the next day or two it will happen or something like that. I'm just really in touch with my spirituality. So she said, but it's still better if you go to the doctor to have it checked. I said yes, I will, I promise. I'm just gonna wait until Sunday, because it was Thursday when I saw her. If it doesn't get better, and then I'm go and get myself checked. That night I felt better emotionally because I was able to talk to somebody. It helps a lot to release some of that worries and emotions. That's why I was also able to edit my vlog, the what's in my bag vlog, and then I posted it. That day was over. There's just one thing that's bothering me the whole day, the whole night: the nausea all the freaking time. So that's that. But aside from that, I was able to touch my lower pelvis without any pain or soreness or tenderness, because the first day it was just really sore. I don't even want to dare touch it. Yeah, so after that 28th Thursday, by Friday I was feeling a little bit more better and better every day. We also changed my diet. I started drinking hot lemon water with honey, and I'm just like eating healthy, like fruits and smoothies. At this point, of course, I'm not drinking any more alcohol. I was really cleaning out my system. I'm helping my body to heal, and of course with meditation and prayers. So fast forward to Sunday, I am so much better. The only thing that's left was being nauseous at nighttime. It's so freaking bad. Even sleeping in inclined position doesn't help. That was the only thing that's like bothering me. And also note that I had my period. It came on the 29th after the visit of my family. I felt like it kind of like helped me out. So this is why I kind of felt like it was really related to what I was feeling, which is the pain on the right lower pelvis. But knowing myself, I was already being hypochondria because of all the articles that I've been reading on the internet about appendicitis. It's all about appendicitis when it's like lower right quadrant, and it's giving me all this anxiety, and I feel like maybe this is appendicitis. Maybe I need to go to the doctor, because if it ruptures, I don't know what will happen to me, because they said that you could die from it. I was like thinking so much about it being appendicitis that I even watched YouTube and trying to figure out if it is. I couldn't find any information about it. But so fast forward to August 19, before my birthday, I finally went to urgent care. At this point, I don't have any more pain. I just have a little bit of like I don't know if it's like because when I stretch, there's something still like I felt there. It was not painful at all. It's just really different from the way I was before that transpired that day. I went to urgent care before my birthday because I just wanna be free of worries, of like, I just wanna gift myself that peace of mind for my birthday. So I went to the urgent care. They did all the tests of my urine, my blood, everything that they can help me with, just to figure out what was the pain that I felt 3 weeks ago. The nurse practitioner also gave me an ultrasound, and they didn't see my appendix. They didn't see any inflammation, I guess. They didn't see anything around my ovary. All my blood work are good. There's no infection. My urine is okay. There's no UTIs. I don't know what she did, but she checked my the way the OBGYN does it, like with the pap smear and the machine and stuff. She then sit me down, explained to me all the tests that we did today, that we didn't see anything wrong, everything is healthy, your liver, your kidney, there's nothing in the ultrasound. She asked me about the pain that I felt. I said, yeah, that was the first time I felt that. She reminded me that I don't have to wait it out and suffer in silence or in pain. She also recommended me to set an appointment with an OBGYN. I said okay. So then I was out of the urgent care that day, and I read the paper that she gave me, which is right here. It says here, read the attached information. It's about the cyst and the ovarian and mid-cycle pain. She also prescribed ibuprofen for me. At this point, I already figured out what happened to me. My cyst ruptured, and I was just lucky that it ruptured and came out with my period, which is what happens every month for us. It's just that some people have like those cysts in a normal size, so when it pops or it ruptured, you don't feel anything. There's really no symptoms, or maybe you just feel like just the normal type of cramps. But at this point, I am positive that mine got inflamed. This is also genetics. So my grandmother, she passed away due to ovarian cancer. Yeah, so with the ruptured ovarian cyst, that was my experience. I was lucky, like I said, because most of the time people who always get this type of cyst have the problem with their belly being bloated and like gets really big, like they're pregnant. This grows so big, and sometimes when it ruptures, it bleeds inside pelvis, and when that happens, you really need to go to the emergency. I don't know if it's my prayers or my fighting spirit, but I was lucky because my period came and it just goes away with it. The pain was like a nightmare, but I was able to survive that. And so looking back, prior to this thing happening to me, I was so stressed. I was eating bad. I've been eating like carbs, breads, pastries especially every day, and also been drinking every day as well. From depression and stress affects my health so bad. When we are happy, it doesn't affect us negatively in our like the body, the health. But when we are stressed, we're just releasing all our stress through eating or drinking. It's so bad. It's not gonna be good for you. So whenever you're stressed, be mindful still. Like meditate and embrace the fact that you're stressed, and then let it go. Because when you suppress it like I did, it will just kill you. You will get all the symptoms that you never have before. That's one of the advice that I can give right now. Yeah. In short, I was really doing bad with my health, despite of me working out every day, being in the intermittent fasting. Because what's the point if you're stressed anyway and you're not eating well, you're eating bad food, and you're drinking every day. So that day when it happened to me, I am actually thankful. I cannot bring myself to cry right now and look back and say I hope it didn't happen, because that was the only thing that I needed. You know, it woke me up. it brings me back to my alignment, in short. I'm glad it happened. So now I'm eating healthy. I still eat pastries from time to time, or sometimes I just want to treat myself, but that's all it is.
Many hours later.
Hope that you guys learned something today, or at least I was able to share something valuable to you guys. If you are going through some pain right now, please don't self-diagnose. Just seek professional help. Don't be stubborn like me. I was just really lucky I was able to survive that excruciating pain that I've experienced. I would not recommend for anyone to just wait. If there's someone who should know your body, that is you. If you're in pain and you think there's something wrong with you, just go and seek professional help. That's that. I finally got the answer with the mystery pain that I was going through. So what's next with me is that I need to schedule an appointment with my OBGYN and be on top of my health, my reproductive health, so I don't have to fall back into this darkness again. Of course, especially managing stress and cleaning out my diet. So that's it. I hope that you guys learned something today. I hope that you guys are staying and keeping healthy. As always, slay vibes and be kind. Bye guys.